This is Compass with Jason Olbourne on today's News Talk Radio, TNT.
The meeting of leaders of 15, can you believe that, 15 opposition parties in Patna in Bihar, India on June 23 signals a new urgency among them to coordinate their campaigns against Prime Minister Modi's BJP party in the run-up to the 2024 general election. Against the backdrop of allegations that the BJP is misusing state power to corner the opposition, the leaders talked up the import of the gathering. And here to discuss is the Director of News at Q5 website, Ashutosh Pathak. Ashu, welcome.
Thank you very much once again having me on your show, Jason.
It's terrific, Ashu, to have you back on. And this is a big story, and there is a concerted effort by the opposition parties to come together to build an opposition to the governing party, which may see Modi returned for a third term. What do you see as the main reason that the parties want to work together to out Modi?
First of all, fresh general elections in India, as you rightly said, that are due early next year in April, probably April 2024. Mm-hmm. And the opposition parties seem to have taken a first step during their meeting in Patna on June 23rd. And what the opposition leaders are saying about this, the conclave of the opposition parties in Patna, which in fact heralded the coming together of anti-BJP parties and ahead of the Lok Sabha election, was a momentous, what the main opposition party, that is Congress Party, Indian National Congress Party, and this party's leader of opposition in Parliament, Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, is quoting that this event was a momentous event. But the fact of the matter is, Jason, that these political parties gathered together, it's not because of they are opposed to BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party. They are opposed to Narendra Modi. And they are scared indeed, because most of the political parties and their leaders are facing nowadays serious financial investigations, serious financial crime. So the Enforcement Directorate and the Central Bureau of Investigation and the Revenue Intelligence, all the investigative agencies are after them. Though opposition parties are claiming that the central government is behind them because they want to shut the voice of opposition, which is not true in public domain. The public in public domain, what the reaction of public of India, it seems that public believe that they are absolutely, to some extent, they must be annoyed with the present compensation in the center, particularly price rise and some privatization issues taking place, the government institutions going to the private bodies. So people are little bit annoyed with the government, but they are not in an anger so that they can remove the BJP government from the center. The fact of the matter is that these political parties gathered together to save themselves, to save their citadel, to save their fort. So they want to save themselves from all these investigative authorities. That's the true picture, Jason.
Goodness me, there's so much going on, isn't there, in terms of just the malfeasance involved in international politics. It doesn't matter where you go, and self-interest is always put before. It was our own Prime Minister here in Australia, Paul Keating, said, whenever in doubt, he says, always back self-interest because you know that it's trying. And that's the one thing that's going on here. The concerted effort by these parties to work together is certainly no guarantee, though, that they're going to have any success, as past experience have shown both in India and certainly here in Australia last year. Do you see a possibility that they can gain any traction, though, and actually build a movement that might be able to put enough pressure on Modi and BJP?
They have to face many challenges, Jason, that first of all, that if they want to defeat BJP in center, they have to fill the candidate one and one against BJP. So suppose 15 parties coming together, who will fight against BJP and where? They have to decide. They have to decide in which constituency, which party, on which symbol they will fight BJP. And that would be a concerted effort, number one. Number two, the seat sharing that how much constituency will go to which party. That is very important. So coming 15 parties have already come together. And there are another big political party who are opposed to BJP in center. They have not joined this grand opposition alliance. Suppose the Telangana state BRS, Bharat Nirman Samiti, and the Chief Minister of Telangana, KC Chandrasekhar Rao, has not joined the Patna meet. And the so-called Dalit leader Mayawati, the ex-Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, has not joined the Patna meet. And the Naveen Patnaik, he also belongs to Odisha state of India. He has not joined the Patna meet. Jagan Mohan Reddy is the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. He has not joined the Patna meet. So there are big political parties which are against to BJP, not even joined the Grand Alliance, which they are trying to put that this is the Grand Alliance who will challenge the BJP in coming general election. But the fact of the matter is that they will not be even able to share the seat, and which seat will go to which party. That is very contentious issue. And the third is, what would be the manifesto? What would be the joint manifesto? Earlier in 1977, in 1999, two times opposition came together against Congress party. Now this time BJP is the center and Congress is heading the alliance in opposition. That's a very, very interesting picture in India. The party which rised against Congress party, now they are aligning with Congress party against BJP in center. That's a very interesting part of democracy in India. It's very vibrant, you may say. But the fact that the biggest crisis of opposition alliance is the trust factor. People don't trust them. And still, Modi has not lost the trust. Modi still is a very popular leader. His popularity is far, far ahead of these opposition leaders, and almost more than 56%. Some surveys says that more than 60%. But if you fairly say that what is the popularity of Narendra Modi, it is far ahead of all these politicians. So, and as you mentioned about the international arena, what is going on in Russia and Ukraine, and the joint statement issued by the US, and what reaction is coming from Pakistan, it all will matter in the coming election. But as if now, I think that this opposition is not in a good shape. Who will challenge the Prime Minister Narendra Modi?
This is it's such a fascinating update yet again, Ashu, because as you said, you've got multiple opposition parties, 15 in total, trying to affect change, maybe to protect their own interests at the same time. And of course, as you mentioned there, that with Modi and Biden releasing a statement that has upset Pakistan last week, its foreign ministry of Pakistan summoned the US Embassy's deputy chief with concerns over a statement which has let Imran Khan say in response to this that trying to corner the ruling coalition, saying that the joint statement reduced Islamabad to a promoter of cross-border terrorism in India and nothing more, despite countless trips of Pakistan's foreign minister to the US. So now the imported government experiment has not just made Pakistan irrelevant internationally, but our democracy, rule of law, and the entire economic and institutional structure is also collapsing right in front of our eyes, tweeted Imran Khan. So what we're seeing now is that the India playing, again, as I talked about previously with you, both sides of the fence. You've got playing with Biden and also being the eye in BRICS. It will be interesting to see how this plays out and if it does affect the election coming up. Ashu, we've unfortunately run out of time. I just want to thank you again for your input again today. We'll take a break here and be back with more on TNT.